Hi everyone, welcome to class. My name is Angie. Today we're going to be doing a heart-opening flow. We'll be playing around with dolphin. So if you'd like to play in kicking up into pincha, that is there for you if you would like to take it. I won't cue it, but feel free to go there if you'd like. We'll begin on our backs. If you have blocks, maybe a block under the shoulder blades, you can do it flat or you can do it on its side. And we just line up the top of the block with the bottom of the shoulder blades. And if you don't have a block, just lay flat on your back. We'll take feet together, knees wide. An option to take the second block and place it under the head. We'll let the arms open wide, the knees fall open. And sometimes I like to scoot my tailbone down towards the bottom of the mat just to create length in the spine. So I'm not crunching in the back bend. So we're never crunching in, we're always bending with length and extension in the spine, never dropping into the low back. So as we move today, just be mindful of that, really using the core to support our back bends. When we let go of the core, that's when we begin to drop in. Take a few moments here to settle the breath. To come into the body. Notice any areas of resistance or tension. Maybe sending your breath to those areas. Notice where the mind is at today. Qualities of the mind. What the mind is saying to you or about your life or your day. And can we try to leave the judgments behind? This whole practice, heart-opening practice, was inspired by the ways in which we close our hearts off to the world, to ourselves. There's a yoga philosophy concept called samskaras. Samskaras are these experiences that we go through in our lives, maybe when we're younger, things that happen to us, and they shape the way that we move through the world now. Create like a filter or a lens. In modern psychology, you might call them triggers. But when these things come up, these samskaras arise, these modifications of the mind, or not modifications, these, what's the word I'm looking for? Impressions of the mind. Sometimes we tend to close the heart off. So can we keep the heart open, even when things get difficult or hard or uncomfortable? Even when something triggers a samskara or something comes up from the past, can we move towards the future? Knowing that this past experience doesn't have to shape us into who we are now. We don't have to live by that story anymore. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. On your next inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale to cactus the arms down by the sides, trying to glide the backs of the arms along the mat or on the ground. Inhale to reach high, working through the shoulder girdle here. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale to reach. Exhale to cactus. Good, one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to cactus. Good. Hands come, or elbows to the mat. Lift the torso up just enough to remove the blocks. Set them off to the side. And pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug here. Maybe rock side to side. Take the arms out to a T. And then shins will be parallel to the mat here. We'll anchor the low core down. So we're going to begin with warming up the spine and the core. Take a breath in. Exhale the legs over to the left. Right shoulder anchors, hover the knees. We're not dropping all the way out here. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Switching your gaze, opposite of the knees. Inhale, center. It's really twisting through the spine. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Opposite shoulder stays anchored. Inhale, center. Straighten the legs towards the ceiling. Exhale to the left. Hovering. Inhale, center. Keeping that low core attached. Exhale to the right. Center. To the left. Inhale, center. To the right. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, plant the feet, arms down by the sides. Inhale to lift the hips for bridge. Maybe you tuck the shoulder blades under. Maybe you clasp the hands behind the back. Press through the backs of the arms to create a little bit more of a back bend, but we're also using the legs here as well. So pushing away, glutes are active. And we're breathing. Fill up through the belly, through the ribs, and through the chest. And exhale all the way back down. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, slowly drop down. And then we'll rock into boat. And just landing on the sits bones. And before we really enter boat, grab behind the thighs, pull the heart forward. Take this round out of the back, right? Really active through the core. Then begin to lean back. Then maybe you float the feet. And then maybe you float the hands. Breathing, keeping that heart high. Breath in. Exhale, low boat. 1 breath in. Exhale, plant the feet. Inhale the hips up for bridge. Breath out. Breath in. Exhale the hips low. Inhale to boat. Breath in. Exhale, low boat. Breath in. Bridge. Inhale the hips high. Stay for the exhale. 1 inhale. Exhale the hips. Inhale for for boat. Rock yourself up. Landing. Exhale, low boat. Breath in. Bridge, plant the feet, lift the hips. Breath out. Breath in. Lower down. Rock up. Boat. One breath in. Exhale, low boat. Breath in. Bridge. And we'll be here for 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. And then we'll begin to rock forward and backwards. And this time we'll cross the ankles and we'll roll over into a tabletop. Stacking the shoulders under the wrists and the knees under the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Drop the belly, lift the chest. Pull the heart forward, pull the shoulders back. Take a breath in. Exhale to round, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow. Exhale for cat. Keep going. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take your time here, settling in. Maybe you pedal out your dog, bending into one knee and then the other. Maybe you let the heels fall to one side of the mat, bending the bottom knee, and then to the other. Stretching through the side body. Inhale through center, and we'll find stillness here, pressing the ground away. Inhale to look forward, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to lift, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach high. Exhale, palms lower down through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, chaturanga, high plank to low plank, bending the elbows, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, look forward, lift the heels. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to lift, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach high. Palms lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Chaturanga, plant the palms, step or hop back. Lower down halfway, maybe you drop the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last sun A here. Inhale, the heels high, look forward. Bend the knees, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to lift, halfway, flatten the back. Pull the shoulder blades together, expose the heart forward, and fold. In rise, reach high, palms lower down. Inhale to reach, maybe a tiny back bend, engaging the glutes, sending the hips forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. This time, we'll lower all the way down to the mat. And then inhale, float the feet, float the hands. We're here for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower down. Can Take crocodile for a moment. Maybe rock the hips side to side. And we'll set up for another round of locust, but this time we'll clasp the hands behind the back. And if you have bony hips like me, feel free to roll the mat. This helps. And then on a breath in, we'll float the feet, lift the chest for locust. And we're reaching through the feet here, reaching through the heart. Our neck is long. So you can see we're not crunching in the spine. We're creating length and strength in the back body. Three more breaths. Keep it up. Keep breathing. One more breath. Exhale to lower. Maybe you bend the knees and let the feet fall side to side. And we'll go one more round of locust. Salabhasana. Clasping the hands behind the back. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Hands by the lower set of ribs. Inhale for upward facing dog. So lifting up the thighs off the mat. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Take some circles here. Open up through the hip. Switch directions. Three-legged dog. Extend the right leg long. Exhale, step all the way through. Right foot or left knee plants down. Inhale, the arms high. Anjaneyasana. Take a breath in. Exhale, palms come to touch. Bend the elbows. And then inhale, lift the heart high. Maybe you interlace the fingers, or maybe you just wrap the thumbs around each other. This is going to be harder. Breath in. Stay for the breath out. One more breath in. Lift the heart high. Exhale, half splits. Straighten through the front leg. Maybe you find a little balance here, or you can take the hands to the mat. Your choice. If you want it spicy, find a little balance. All right, on your next breath in, we'll bend into the right knee. Left hand plants, right arm sweeps high. One breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee, taking a quad stretch here. So maybe you reach towards that left foot, or maybe you just grab it if you can. Breath in. Exhale to release. Right hand frames the front foot. Left toes step up for pyramid. So if you need your blocks here, you can take them framing the front foot. I like to use blocks in pyramid because it helps me get this flat back and square hip. So a lot of times we might be here. So you can lift up through the torso, so you can pull your left hip forward and your right hip back. And then once you find that alignment, we fold as much as we have the space for. All right, from here, we'll lift up halfway, and then we'll head to warrior three. So bending into the front knee, maybe you move your blocks out in front of you and float the back leg. Maybe you don't use any blocks. You choose. That's a good thing about yoga is you can make it as easy or as hard as you want. We have props, we have different things that we can use that allows us to take it the pace that we need it. Take a breath in. Breath out. Step to the back of the mat. Back toes drop down. Inhale the arms high. High crescent lunge. Settling in. Breath in. Breath out. Open up to warrior two. Peeling the hips open. Dropping the arms down. Keep that bend into the front knee. Maybe you flip the palms up here, your choice. And we'll inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, reach forward, coming into Trikonasana. So right hand reaches down, left arm reaches up. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Right hand reaches behind you. Exhale, side angle. Right elbow to right knee, left arm reaches long. Now we're not dropping out in the shoulder here, so none of this. Nice strong core. Option to even extend the right leg long. An option to take a bind. We'll be here for 3, for 2, for 1. Big breath in. Frame the front foot, pivot on the back toes. Right foot steps back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Send the hips back. Inhale for dolphin. So forearms stay planted. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Maybe you walk the feet in a little bit here. And then we're pressing the ground away through the forearms. So our lats are engaged. And we're trying to keep the elbows in. We'll be here for 3, for 2, for 1. Breath in, breath out. Option to drop the knees or just bend the knees. And we're going to land in high plank. So shooting yourself forward and then bending the elbows, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take some circles here. Switching directions. Squaring the hips. Stepping through. Anjaneyasana, back knee drops down. Inhale the arms high. Stay for the exhale, settle the shoulders. Breath in. Exhale, palms come to touch, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the heart high. Squeeze the elbows in. Try to pull the forearms back behind the ears or in line with the ears. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, half split. Send the hips back, straighten through the front leg. Again, if you want it spicy, you can play with a little balance. your choice. All right, next breath in, plant the left foot, plant the right hand, left arm swings high. Stay for the exhale. One breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, reach towards that foot. Maybe you can grab it, maybe not. That's okay either way. Breath in. Release the foot. Left hand cartwheels around. Tuck the back toes. Lift the hips. Pyramid. Maybe you find your blocks or even a water bottle. If you don't have blocks, a water bottle, if you have like a metal water bottle, sometimes like that, it's a great little hack. And just making sure that left hip is pulling back. We're heading towards warrior three. So we'll inhale, lift up, bend into the front knee, move your blocks, float the back leg. Now notice what's happening in the chest here. So a lot of times we might round, so can you pull your heart forward? When we exhale, find the back of the mat, high crescent lunge. Inhale the arms high. Breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Relax through the shoulders. So notice if these shoulders are creeping up, can you soften them? We'll inhale for Trikonasana, straighten the front leg. Exhale to reach forward. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches high. We're breathing. And we're twisting open. We'll inhale to reverse our triangle. And we'll exhale for side angle, bending into the left knee. Left elbow comes down, right arm reaches up overhead. Option two, extend the left arm long, or maybe you take the bind. We're here for three, for two, for one. Breath in, breath out. Frame the front foot. Left foot steps back. Chaturanga. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, dolphin. Maybe you walk the feet up. Keep pressing the ground away. Notice if the head's trying to come down to the ground, resist that by pressing the forearms into the ground. Feel the lats light up. And maybe you look not directly under you. You don't want to be like cranking the neck too much, but looking down. All right, we're heading towards high plank. So whether you drop the knees or just bend the knees, we'll inhale, shoot forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. All right, we'll flow through a little bit faster this time. Take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through. Back knee drops down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to bend the elbows. Breath in, open the heart, lift it up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, revolved Anjane, left hand plants, right reaches up. Exhale, grab the back foot. Inhale, pyramid, lift the hips and fold. Inhale, warrior three, glide yourself forward. Exhale, back of the mat. Inhale the arms high, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, side angle. Breath in. Exhale to bind. One breath in. Exhale to frame the front foot. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale onto the forearms. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Exhale, dolphin. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg up. Exhale, Anjaneyasana. Inhale the arms high. Bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, revolved Anjane, right hand plants, left swings up. Exhale for the quad stretch. Inhale, pyramid, lift the hips. Warrior three, press yourself forward, float the back leg. Finding the back of the mat. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, side angle. Breath in. Exhale to bind. Breath in. Exhale to frame the front foot. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Child's pose. And then inhale for dolphin. Breath in. Breath out. All right, from here, we're gonna drop the knees down and then inhale the torso up. So we're standing on our knees here and we're gonna do a few trust falls. So we're sending the hips forward. Tailbone is tucked. Reach the arms out in front of you. Long spine, heart up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale to lean back. Inhale forward. Exhale to lean. Inhale forward. Exhale to lean. Forward. This time camel. So maybe the hands come to the low back, they come to blocks, or they come to the heels. Your choice. Take a breath in though first. Elongate through the spine. Lift the heart up. Tuck the tailbone. And then exhale back into camel. Feel the shoulder blades wrap, kind of scooping the back of the heart. Take a breath in. We're not dropping out in the neck here. Strong neck. And then we come out the same way we got in. Set the hips down. And we'll come into an embryo pose. Knees together, forehead finds the mat. And let the arms just melt over the spine. Or away from the spine would be a better use of words.
Taking a moment to pause, a moment to integrate, to feel. Takes a lot of work to move with an open heart. It takes a lot of strength, a lot of trust. And sometimes it might bring up judgment or fear. But we have the privilege to be able to notice, to observe, to witness. When we begin to close, and we have the choice, once we have the awareness to notice, to remain open, to let the experiences pass through us, let ourselves feel it, and choose to let it go. We'll lift up the torso.
And we'll pause for some kapalabhati. So if you've never done kapalabhati before, this is really going to activate the transverse abdominis. These are these inner core muscles that are very supportive for back bends, as well as activating the prefrontal cortex of the brain. Prefrontal cortex is responsible for executive functioning, for empathy, for really just noticing that other people might have different opinions than you and being able to emotionally respond in a way that is empathetic and compassionate. So it's all very connected. But what we'll do is we'll find a comfortable seat, option to place a block under the hips. This is going to be all in the belly here. So what it will look like is we'll take a breath in, breath out, one breath in, and then on the exhales, the stomach will pump in. You see this? And then it releases after the exhale. Now the inhales aren't happening. We're not forcing any inhales. We're not actually inhaling. The body just kind of will naturally take in some air. We're literally just focusing on the exhales, okay? So we'll do it together. We'll go slow, and we'll do 2 rounds. Take a breath in. Breath out. Breath in to prepare. Begin. Then we'll exhale all the air out and retain the breath at the bottom. When you no longer can retain, you take a breath in. All right, we'll go another round. So once we're finished, the last that we do, we'll empty out all of our air and hold at the bottom, okay? Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Begin. Exhale, hold. And then pause to observe. Blink the eyes open when you're ready. And then we'll meet in downward dog and we'll finish out our practice. Palms to the mat. Maybe you take some circles with the ankles first. That could be a lot, sitting on the feet like that. And then lift the hips, downward dog. Alrighty. Take a breath in, right leg reaches high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, flip your dog. Right foot comes to the left side of the body. Left foot steps in. Inhale, the hips high. Stay for the exhale. Inhale guides you back through center, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, arrow lunge. Lean the torso forward, reach the arms behind you. Then we'll press up, warrior 3. And from here, we're gonna go towards dancer. So the left arm will stay back, the left foot will bend, we'll begin to rise, right hand reaches high. And then you press the left foot into the left hand, taking a little back bend here. Let the pressure of the foot pushing away from you open the chest, but keep the left knee in. Breath in. Exhale for stork, but keep the left hand behind you. So we're taking a little twisted stork here. Maybe the right hand to the outside of the left knee. And then maybe you can extend the left leg. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Step back, lower down, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, dolphin. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, drop the knees. Inhale the torso up. Exhale for camel. Well, exhale the hands behind the back. Inhale the heart high. Exhale to lean. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in here. Exhale the hips down for embryo. One round of breath. Inhale the arms under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, flip your dog. Right foot bends. Let your inhale guide you back through center for downward dog. Left foot steps forward, high crescent lunge. Exhale, arrow lunge. Inhale, warrior 3. And this is where we head to dancer. So we bend into the back foot, grab the foot, left arm reaches high, and then we press through the left foot, taking a back bend here. Keeping that right knee in. All right, we keep the arms where they're at. We keep this twist in the torso. And then right knee pulls into the chest. Maybe right hand to the outside, or left hand to the outside of the right knee. And then maybe you extend the right leg. Woo! Forward fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant the palms down. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale for child's. Inhale onto the forearms. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Exhale, dolphin. All right, right leg high. Exhale it down. Left leg high. Exhale it down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees drop down. Inhale the torso up. Exhale the hands behind the back. Grow the spine tall as you inhale. Heart reaches forward. Exhale, camel. Inhale back up. Exhale for embryo.
All right, from here, we'll slide onto our bellies. So hands come out in front of you, dropping the hips down. And from here, we're gonna set up for either locust or bow. So you choose. If you're taking locust, we're clasping the hands behind the back, just like we did at the beginning of the practice in lifting. If we're taking bow, we'll bend into the feet, into the knees, grab the outer edges of the feet, and then before we lift, see if you can engage through the legs first. So press the feet away, see what happens. And then lift. Exhale to lower down. Crocodile. All right, one more round here. Locust or bow, bending into the knees.
If you're taking bow, grabbing the outer edges of the feet. This time, lift the chest up first. Notice what that feels like. And then press into the feet. Exhale to lower.
Maybe windshield wiper the feet side to side. All right. From here, we'll push ourselves onto our butt. Send the legs long. And we'll set up for Paschimottanasana. So, legs are long, option to have a bend in the knees. This will allow you to create more length in the torso. We're kind of tilting the butt back, like we're sticking our butt out. Inhale the arm high, and then fold forward. This feels very nice on the low back after a bunch of back bends. Option to have a block under the head here. Release through the neck. All right, we'll come back up. Slide the booty forward and we'll come to lie flat on our backs. Last back bend of the class. So your choice, you could either take bridge or you can take wheel. We'll do 2 rounds and we'll try to hold for about 5 breaths each. So if you're taking bridge, hands down by the sides, lift the hips high. Maybe you clasp the hands under the back. If you're taking wheel, find a good leg placement. You know, the closer in, the more of a back bend you're gonna get. The more space, the less of a back bend, the more length. So set yourself up what feels good for you. Fingers face towards the shoulders. Elbows point up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And exhale to push yourself up. Releasing through the head. We're pushing through the feet. We're pushing through the arms. We're trying to send our heart forward. For 3, for 2, for 1, tucking the chin to the chest, dropping onto the back of the head and lowering ourselves down. Maybe you pull the knees in to the chest for a moment. Take a breath in. Clearing breath out. And we'll set up for 1 more round. Breath in. And exhale to rise. Chin to chest to lower. Pull the knees into the chest here. Big hug. Rock side to side. All right, figure 4 on the right. So left foot plants, right ankle over the left knee. Open the knee away from you first. Option to stay here. Option to place a block under the left foot, bringing it in a little bit more, or thread the needle, pulling this whole setup in. Let the breath be steady flowing. No longer trying to control anything here. Some might say maybe a little bit of control of the nervous system in a down-regulated state, so meaning long breaths or just soft, gentle breaths, longer exhales. It allows us to access the poses in a more relaxed, calm way. It gives us more space. All right, let this whole setup fall over to the left. Taking a twist here. I like to pull my right foot in towards my hip a little bit. And sometimes I'll even let that right knee fall open and let both of my sits bones come to the ground. And you'll notice this really juicy stretch on the inner right hip. Sometimes I even just massage it a little bit because it is so tight right there. My sense of touch
I'm sure you heard me say this if you've taken my class. Sense of touch is directly connected to the heart chakra. So when we want to activate it, we can bring in sense of touch. So this might mean like abhyanga, like a daily self-massage, or actually getting a massage. Asking a friend for a hug. Maybe even just placing one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly and breathing into it. All right, we'll come out of the twist, come back through center. Switch legs. So left ankle over right knee, open the knee wide. An option to stay here, block under the right foot, or thread the needle, pull it in. Notice where you're gripping here. So sometimes my belly just tenses up. Soften that. Soften the shoulders down to the mat. The jaw, the space between the eyebrows. And then letting this whole setup fall over to the right. Oh, this side might feel a lot different than the other. Sure does for me. Maybe you pull that left foot into the hip and then let the hips fall to the mat. Opening the left knee away from you. Working into that left hip. Maybe a little touch there, a little massage. Right, we'll come back through center. We'll take a shoulder stand or a waterfall. So either feet up towards the sky, just fully on our back here, or we can kick the feet up using our hands to help lift us. Tuck the shoulder blades under, chin away from chest. A little inversion. And then maybe you come into plow, sending the feet behind you, pulling the knees in towards the temples. And really counterbalancing all of the back bends that we've been doing today. When you're ready, we'll come back through shoulder stand if you're there, and then roll onto the back. Send the legs long. And we'll set up for Shavasana. Finding a moment of stillness here before we continue with our days. And letting ourselves just be in our own experience, in our own energy, in our own sensations. Just noticing, observing. And you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. But we're not trying to get caught up in a thought. So that's why we say we just notice them. Like clouds in the sky, just passing by. Notice how you feel in the space around your heart, in between the shoulder blades. Let the body be heavy. Begin to notice your breath. Notice the colors or lights behind your eyes, your own visual landscape. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. Maybe the sensation of the sweat drying on your skin. Notice any sounds within you and around you. Maybe outside the room or the building that you're in. And gentle movements through the fingers and the toes, awakening the body. Reaching the arms up overhead, reaching through the bottom of the feet. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up into a comfortable seat, Sukhasana, legs crossed, eyes closed, if that feels okay, keeping gaze inward. Tall spine. We'll draw the palms into heart center for Anjali Mudra. And we'll seal the practice with the sound of one Om, giving gratitude towards each other, to this space, to our bodies, to our ability to feel and love. Take a breath in. Inhale, the thumbs to the third eye, and exhale to bow. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I hope you choose to move through your days with an open heart. Notice when you begin to close, when you begin to shut down, and choose to remain open.